Right, I think I'm live. No Lauren this week, so I'm doing it by myself. So I'm just going to take some questions from you guys on the side, and after the request from the forums, I'm going to be playing the Challenge Club, if I'm right, and see how bad I do at that. Ooh, where are we going? There we go. Right, I've got John Eric and Doyley going to be playing against me on the old Ghost Balls as well. They'll crucify me, but still it'll be a lot of fun.
Hello there and welcome to the Golf Club. My name is John and I am interested in what this course has in store for us.
I might turn John off so you can hear me. Where is it? Audio. Turn him down. And done. So I had a quick go at this course earlier, and I didn't play the full 18. I just played the first couple of holes, but it looked like a really nice course, so we'll try. I haven't got any of you as my friends at the moment on Steam, so I can't play you. Yeah, so have you got any questions for me? That's it. That'll be nice. If you've noticed, I've taken off the aiming reticule as well now. You guys on the forum seems to love all the assists off, so I'm turning off more and more as I get into the game. News on wins on tournaments. We're looking at it at the moment. We have a solution, we think, that will benefit everybody, but I don't want to mention too much about it just yet. I can understand the frustrations of people not wanting to play in a tournament where they got 12 mile an hour winds and the other people that they played with only had 2 mile an hour winds. So it's something that we're going to be looking and tuning. I don't think we'll mostly give it to you guys to decide what the winds are going to be like, but we will see. Any info on when the game update will be submitted? The next update we are hoping to get submitted at the end of next week. Stuff with all of the course creator changes that Jim and Paul have been doing that Paul showed off a couple of weeks ago. End of next week, if not early the week after. Most of it's coming along pretty well. I was just on a phone call with Sony actually about the submission process, and everything seemed to be pretty smooth for us, so it's all good. Rain. Yes, rain is now in the game, visually, but physics wise not, so we've just got to make a decision on what we need to do with the physics side and work on it from there. Concede hole option, local multiplayer. It's funny actually you say that, because I was playing with my dad quite a bit when I was back in the UK for Christmas, and he wanted to concede the hole to me quite a few times, but he couldn't. So it was something that I've got on my list. So definitely need to look at that. It's just it's going to take a bit of time. As I said the other week, it's like we've got a backlog, so you go through that backlog and you prioritise certain things, you know, retainer walls and stuff like that, and the course creator are more important than anything like conceding holes, but they're little easy things to do, so we can knock them off fairly quickly. So I would say look around April, May time, and you know, that's when we're going to start mostly hitting some of them little things like that. Jim Gem, what have we got? Will PC get an update straight away, or do we need to wait for Microsoft and Sony? We'll most probably have to wait for Microsoft and Sony because of the new themes. PC guys, almost with the Harvest theme that we've got coming, will be we don't want you publishing courses that then crash their games, so that'll be why. When you bring in drop ball situations, any chance of being able to move the ball from side to side on the tee box in the future? Yeah, I can't see why not. We've got a bit of work like that to do, but that's definitely on our list. It was one of the things that got requested by the community before we even released the game, so definitely. Character customization, appearance and equipment. Yeah, we looked into that actually. It's expensive, very expensive, for us to get all the assets made for the characters. You know, we were going to get a load of new hats and stuff like that you could put in, and shirts and stuff like that. But when you look at the expense, it's like, okay, is it worth doing, and was it worth even making something that we could then monetize, where we could sell to users? But again, it wasn't something we ever wanted to do, and we didn't actually think it would be profitable either. So it's not something that we're looking at doing just yet. Or with the API for that, we're looking to push something out on the website that you can pull data from. Other than that, we had quite a good meeting there last week about APIs and stuff like that, and I think everyone on the team's really keen on providing that data a lot more to TGC Tours and the other guys, all these guys that are making these great tours out there. So it's like, yes, we want to do that. We think it's worthwhile effort for us, so we're going to continue to make the game better, but also support you guys a little more. So, you know, for you guys, for the tour operators that have got all these great websites and stuff, we're always amazed at the amount of effort and work that you guys have done. So we want to help you, and it would be nice to be able to do something ourselves that we can use your data back in the game. There's several games out there, racing games and stuff, that use APIs then from other websites that will pull in the data. So imagine if you could have a widget on the screen with a leaderboard from the TGC Tours website that you provide an API for us. So that'd be class. 900p on Xbox One. At the moment, we're still messing around with Xbox at the moment. It's funny. It's not a particularly easy thing to get it up to the 900p with the amount of course that we've got on screen at any one time, and we're going through a few solutions at the moment. It's something that we want to do. It's definitely something we want to get up. You know, we'd love to get a 1080, but I'm not 100% sure if that's going to be possible within the next 6 months or so. But 900 is something that we're pushing towards, and we'd love to see. You know, I play the Xbox version quite a bit, and I know what you guys are seeing. So, for me personally, I'd love to see the Xbox version improved as well. Is there any truth that that you will release on disc? Yes, it's looking very likely. We've got somebody very interested in doing a North American release, and we're looking for somebody to do a European release at the moment. And you're sort of spoiling my dev diary for this week. But yeah, it's looking very likely at the moment. So yeah, disc version. will definitely be nice. It'll be good for us, I think. It'll be good for the community, because I think a lot of people that play golf games aren't particularly digital gamers. They're more hard copy kind of guys. People go to Walmart, Target, Tesco's in the UK. It's a good opportunity for us if we can get there. When will the new theme be teased? I'm hoping next week, actually. Once we submit, I think we'll get Jordan or someone to come on and play the Harvest theme, and show you guys what it looks like. And we've got a few posts on the forums about it to go up as well, giving you the idea of the green speeds and stuff like that on it. So that'll be interesting. Ooh. This course is really nice. Who made it? Do we know? Well, we'd be lying if we said we weren't looking for looking at what the competition were doing. It's definitely something we look at, but it's not be all and end all for us. What did I have for lunch? I had a chicken madras made by me. Somebody locally breeds chickens, and I had a roast chicken there on Sunday, and from the leftovers I made a madras. So that is what I had for lunch. CSU, oh yeah, good course designer, that lad, has to be said. I think this is going to go on our recommended list. Oh. I like the greens on this as well. They're a good speed. Nothing too mental. No, I haven't. To be honest, I actually haven't played many new courses in the last few weeks. I've been playing the season mode like almost exclusively. Just trying to get the balance right. Jordan's done a great job with the design of that, and so just playing through that and making sure it's balanced right. We changed a few of the courses around. I don't know if you read last week's Dev Diary. That was me talking about how we were balancing stuff, and this week's just been a continuation of that really, and just playing through and making sure everything's right. We get our normal little bugs that you get with it as well, so the guys are powering through, Mitchell and them lot. Any update on 2 sets of leaderboards for regular and straight shooters? I really want to do them. There's always a 50-50 argument on whether or not we want to do them, and whether or not. My argument against them is that in real life I don't go to my local golf club and I don't look at who shot the best ever round on that and then go, okay, I need to beat that, and that, I'm playing against myself, I'm playing against my friends. And I think from a design point of view, we're doing it wrong if you're not playing against your friends and yourself. And that's why the handicap system was really important, because I felt that I've got away from looking at the leaderboards a lot more and gone back to how I play in real life and trying to better my scores and better my handicap. But I'm not a fan of people who cheat. I don't understand why you'd want to cheat, and I'm all about shaming these people. Would these people go to the bowling alley and put the things down the little gullies like your 4-year-old would, because the shame of doing it. So having a second leaderboard was sort of a bit of a reason for doing that. So yeah, we're still in discussions. Has there been any discussions and progress on out of bounds markers in the creator? We're definitely looking into that, and the likelihood of seeing that in April is high. Any progress on Move? I know it's way down there. Move, we actually sort of had working a bit, but we haven't tuned it. When we were doing stuff for the Morpheus, we actually had the Morpheus in house this time last year, and you could play the golf club with the whole Morpheus VR system. Move you had to use to do that, but we got away from doing anything on there because it was just too hard to get 60 frames a second on each screen, on each eye, which if you don't have, it'll start getting you sort of motion sick. So we sort of got away from that. But it's something that we'd like to do. We just, again, we need another separate leaderboard. It's like if we brought 3-click in, if you're gonna have a 3-click leaderboard, then you need a Move leaderboard, because it's just not the same as using the joypad. Any idea if there will be larger text to see the numbers? Yeah, Lauren's always on at me about this because he reads forums way more than me. Well, where do you want the larger text exactly? Is it like when you're sitting on the sofa? And what numbers are you having problems seeing? Is it the ones in the top corner? They look fairly large to me, but I play on them on my laptop in front of me all the time. And I play at home on my TV, but I'm really reasonably close, so that might be the reason. If I know exactly what you want, I can see what our graphic art people say. Some talk in the forums the last couple of days about a number of course plays. Would there be a chance of somehow see total plays on across all platforms? The number of plays vary widely across platforms. Yeah, we know that data we're allowed to share it, so there's no reason why we can't. It could be something that we could put in the stat screens. We mostly couldn't call out on the PlayStation how many plays it got on the Xbox. But apart from that, we could say overall plays, and that'll be enough. What will AI players be like? They're as in abilities or looks? What do you mean by that? Okay, up and down flag marker is very hard to see. Alright, I can see that. Yeah. Especially when it's off in the distance. Alright, we'll have a look at that and see what we can do to make that clearer. This game is so hard to play while reading another screen as well. Do you know that? You lot think I'm a really bad player. I'm not one of the best in the studio. So yeah, there was a bit of a discussion on drive difficulty on the forums recently, and my opinion is that there should be a risk and reward. So everyone should play the game the same, but then dependent on your skill level, will you be willing to risk a little more? And that's what the cone should do. What people like Doyley and that were saying was that the risk didn't warrant the reward, and maybe we need to tweak that a little so people are encouraged to take more risky shots. I'm a very conservative golfer in real life. I'm not a big hitter. I'm a 3-wood off the tee and very rarely take a driver, and I'll never go full 100% because I don't want to be like slicing it and hacking it into the woods. So the games must be a little bit more designed around my style of play. So it'll be so I'm quite happy to look into that drive difficulty, but I don't want it to be, oh, I play difficulty mode and you don't play difficulty mode. I like everything to be near enough the same. Yeah, okay. I see what percentages on the shot modification. Hard to see. I understand that. We weren't actually going to have percentages at all when we first used that. It was meant to be just blank, and then it was just a way of changing your stance. So yeah. Oh, I've got a birdie coming up, so I've got to concentrate, guys. Give me. Yes, have some of that at last. How will you be able to tell who are using modified controllers? Too many people sinking long putts. Frequently. Yeah, we can actually tell. We have a system in place to actually tell what people's controllers are. So we know. There's not a problem with that. Progress on hiding unwanted courses that we've created in the past. Yeah, we're looking into that. It's me and Lauren have this conversation about 3 times a week because he gets so much grief from you guys about needing it, and yeah, I can understand why. There's a lot of stuff that we want to hide. There's a lot of stuff out there that you guys have created that you don't want people to see anymore because you've created better versions of that. So yeah, I think the best way of doing it would be to do some sort of hide filter that you could filter in, because we don't want people just hiding all their courses and be some really good courses out there and then you never being able to see them again. And and you could have some of the best rounds that you want and people delete their courses or get rid of them. So yeah, well, there's several solutions that we're going to look into. We love hitting trees with a skillful draw or fade. Never hardly play safe. How much better will the turn enable be in the next update? I heard it'll be quicker time between plays. Yeah, that's a lot quicker at the moment. Under a second, I think we got it in the studio. I've got to test it with a few people across longer distances, but under a second, which is good. My boy Doyley's on here. There are some options that aren't widely used. Approach cam, cutting cam on off, main one. Any way to switch that out for an option to have scout cam available on green only? That's a good point actually. I was actually thinking about it myself, because in real life, I'm not going to go down to the green and have a look to see where I'm landing, but I am going to look at the green to see the lie of all the undulation on the green. So yeah, we could do that. How about push draws and pull slices? They aren't in the game currently. Yeah, we'd like to see them going. We've got some time available for more physics. If we physics stuff. Our physics is like some of the best out there, I do believe. It's all emergent, as the new phrase apparently is for this, and we'll continue to improve it. We're working with Pro T at the moment, and they said it was the best physics they've ever seen in a video game, so I was happy with that. On the shot modification chart, is the centre line the ball in the middle of your stance? The reason I ask is I don't seem to play like that. Yes, it basically is. It's that. Basically, we've combined the club loft and the stance into one grid. So users didn't have to use 2 things to like modify and balance. We didn't want to marginalise people that didn't know golf in and out, so we combined the 2, and I think it does a very, very good job at what we want it to do. So I'm happy with that. Flop shot, any news on removing it? I don't think we're ever going to remove the flop shot. It's a shot in the game. I think that we need to make it harder. As I've said before, the problem with the flop shot at the moment is it's way too easy. So yeah, we're gonna make it harder. In real life, you know, I play all my short game mainly around the green with a 7-iron. So you know, I want to encourage people to be able to play like that. And at the moment, the chip and run sort of shot isn't as nice as we like. There's no way of like dinking over like bunkers and stuff with a sort of chip and run style shot either. So that's the sort of stuff we're looking at getting. That's like when I said we've got time set aside for some physics work. That might be some of that as well. How pleased are you PGA 15 has been delayed till June? I don't think it's really a big deal for us. You know, we know quite a few of the guys over there. You know, they've got a different kind of game. You know, they're making a recreation of the PGA Tour, and we're making a recreation of your Friday evening after work kind of golf. So I think there's space in the market for two of us. It's not a problem. Doyley would love an option to shrink shot cone by 50% on all clubs. Yeah, on all clubs. What, off the tee or all the time? Okay. Plug lies in bunkers seem to occur way too often, even with longer clubs. They never splash out the impact area. Only time they don't plug. That's strange. I saw some shot the other day. I saw a guy as Ghost, and I can't remember what course it was, and he hit the bunker, and he flew out the other end, and it slowed him right down, and he got it. I think it was his second shot, and it was a par 5, and he hit the bunker so hard he flew out, and then came in and managed to get it down in 2. I have to try and find the Ghost and make a YouTube video of it because it was amazing. So it does happen. We do plug a little, but I don't think they're overly harsh. I don't know, maybe the sand up here in Canada is a little softer than when you play, but you know, I'll plug quite a bit here. Oh, that's not good. New clubs coming, gap wedge. Yeah, again, that's the hybrid clubs we looked at adding a while back, and they never really gave us anything in gameplay kind of thing. So we didn't. We pulled away from doing it. It was quite a bit of work for not much gain. But with things like gap wedge and stuff like that, there's a little bit of gain on them. So we've been done, so we might see them and be able to choose some of them for your bag in the coming months. I wouldn't say in the next 2 updates, but maybe after that. Any chance if the Xbox One visuals will be further optimised via the Xbox One dev kit that has been was released a few months ago? No, not really, because we still do everything through Unity. We use Unity, as most people do, and you know, the new Xbox One dev kit isn't changing out the new SDK isn't really helping us a load at the moment. But you know, as I said before the game was released, as these consoles get older and older, the better us developers get at using them, and the clever we get. So you'll always see more improvements. If you look at the beginning of the Xbox 360 and you look at the games that were coming out at the end of that era, the games at the end of that era look a lot better than the ones that were coming out at the beginning, and that's the thing. We'll constantly improve, and as we've always said, the golf club is a game that we want to continually work on. So you'll see improvements constantly over the next months and years. Where are we? Could the flop only be used if in the rough? Not sure. Or bunkers. You know, you can flop out on the fairways, I think, can't you? Whoops. Where am I? I'm on the green. I'm 9 over here. I'm not even paying attention. Fusion, not true. Just limits. Soft is before 50% of most clubs is still plenty of wiggle room. Like, I don't know how you guys find it so easy, to be honest. And there is one thing that we use a lot of controllers that get used a lot. From years of making Madden and all these games with EA, our controllers have been well and truly used. It's our tools every day, so maybe they're a little bit looser than most. But I don't think if you look at even the shots that I'm having today, I'm not overly straight all of the time. It's a balancing act. We don't want it to become frustrating either. With the career mode being free or minimal fee, at the moment we're looking like we'll mostly charge a minimal fee. It won't be huge. It won't be break the bank. We're still not sure what the price will be, and if we are 100% going to charge for it. But yeah, most probably. It's a lot of work. Yeah, I understand, Doyle, you play a lot, but we've got to make sure that everyone gets in and plays it, otherwise it'll just be like a small group of people playing it. And if you look back on games like Lynx, that's sort of what happened to them in the end. We've got to build a brand, so we need people of all abilities to come and play the game. So that's why we've got to get people to like the game when they first see it. One of the things that we get criticised for is that it's too hard. A journalist with Polygon, Owen Good, was on the Operation Sports podcast saying that he thought that our game was too hard to play. He wanted to be a superstar at video games, and if he wanted to be bad at golf like he is in real life, he'd go out and play golf in real life, which I thought was disappointing. My point of video games, sports video games anyway, is that you should be, maybe we're not physically as good as people like Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy, but mentally we can hopefully challenge them, and our game should be a sort of simulation of that mental challenge. And just having, I'm really good at moving the controller up and down isn't what the game should be about. It should be more about mentally setting up a shot and making sure that you're doing the right things, and when pressure hits you, you're able to continue to hit it straight. That's where I think our game does really well. The putting and even drives, when the pressure's really on, that's when you start shanking your shots. People are willing to pay for live lobby in future as well. Yeah, that's true, Colin. They are, and it's something that we're looking into. The thing is, as I always say with these live lobbies, is that they're extremely expensive to get working, and it's a lot more work with Sony and Microsoft as well. You'd have to make sure that our game was gold gated and stuff like that for Xbox, and you need a PSN Live account, and we don't want to stop people from playing, but we do, we understand that a lot of people like live lobbies, and as I said, we want to sort of encompass the people with TGC tours and these guys that make these tours, and live lobbies would be great for them, I'm sure. So it's definitely something we'll look at doing down the road. It's just in what order we want to do them in. So yeah. Okay, so obviously this stream is talking about geotag weather and user inputted climatic graphs, right? Well, if we had geotag weather, all my courses would be constantly in the snow at the moment. I don't know if you know, but we're all based in Nova Scotia, Canada, and the amount of snow we've got is putting Boston to shame at the moment. It's unbelievable. We had Monday off, and all I've done is shovel my driveway. It was a great long weekend. Just thought Lauren's idea of being able to remove post-shot feedback percentage swing. Yeah, he sent me an email the other night and said he was playing like that, and he said he really enjoyed it. I actually am a believer in it because, as I said before, I want to take the numbers sort of away from the game. In real life, I don't stand here going, "Oh, I'm 239 yards from the pin." I think, "Oh, I'm a lot of like over 200 yards away from the pin. I'll get my driver out or 3-wood or whatever, and then hit from there." Rain at the golf club. Yes, we've got it working. We just need to sort out a few final bits on it, but yeah, hopefully should be in the next couple of updates. Yeah, Colin Mafia, all about learning curve, exactly. Right, slower greens and fairways. Yeah, the telemetry data was the stuff I was talking about that we should have available fairly soon for people to look at. It would, we've got a nice little internal website that we can basically look at all the data. So it'd be great that to be able to share that with you guys as well. We'll be seeing water hazards, yellow stakes, lateral hazard, red stakes, ground under repair, blue stakes in TDC. Not in the near future. API files, yeah, more API. I think something that we're looking at. I don't think that, as I keep saying, we want to encourage user-generated content. That's what the game's all about. User-created courses and user-created tours and tournaments. So the more APIs that we can give you guys, the better. Thanks, mate. Doing a great job at answering your questions. That's good. Not doing a great job on the course. I'm 10 over after 13 holes. Have Mitchell shovel my driveways. Funnily, you should say that. I asked him on Tuesday why he wasn't at my house because he only lives like 2 blocks away from me, and he said he hadn't shoveled his yet. So yeah, he should be as the youth of the team. He should be the guy being around and sorting that out. But no, can't get the staff these days. You guys have more snow than Winnipeg. We do at the moment, actually. It's unbelievable. Moving water streams and waterfalls. Something we're talking about a lot. There's a bit of a problem at the moment. The quality, if you look at our quality of water, it's very high, and we've got a water level in the game, and that's sort of like at one point, and then you build around that. To have it moving up and down, the quality of the game or the frame rate really drops. To have it in certain other places as well. So it's one of them things that we're looking to solve because we'd really love to see streams and waterfalls and stuff like that. Imagine some of the courses that you guys could create if we did that. Oh, that's a chip. Oh, unlucky. TGC Tours question: if you implemented random wind per round, so just in the fire, I'm worried that it will randomise per system and will worsen. Yeah, no, it's not a case. Somebody sent me an email about this the other day. It might have been Lauren passed it on from one of you guys. But yeah, we've already got a system in place for that. So yeah, we're not concerned about that. If we do that, it'll be good. Yeah, it'd be nice to get the Blue Nose 2 as a placeholder object in there. It's our thing from work, so from Lunenburg. So yeah, it's all really good. So it would be very amusing. Yeah, definitely need to get Mitchell out doing that. I can't believe he's even contemplating not likely. Oh, someone's got to go. Pointed Marlin's got to go. No problem. Thanks a lot. Cheers, Colin. Yeah, we're looking good. I think we're in a good place. I think we've made a really good game. I'm very proud of it. I was disappointed not to get nominated for the BAFTAs this week. I really thought we had one of the best sports games of last year, and especially with the course creator, and especially with no other golf titles being particularly revolutionary in the last few years. I thought that we deserved at least a nomination. So I think we've made a good game. How long do we guys plan on supporting the game? We have no plans on not supporting the game at the moment. So we have over 80 people working at HB. That's an awful shot. And we have a golf team set aside for as long as our plans exist at the moment, which is normally about 6 to 8 months into the future. So we're not stopping anytime soon. We're very happy with the game and hopefully trying to build a really good brand out of it. So. Cheers, Burton. Best sim ever. I like that. Yeah, Yeltsman. Same old choices. Any thoughts on customizing hues and textures and vary the look on each theme? Provide more. Yeah, we actually got all that in place originally. And we can change the colours of many things, so it's sort of an easy win for us once we get certain things done. But yeah, I can't see that being too long in the future. These things could make a big difference to sand colours and stuff like that, the way your courses look. So we can do that. Is there anything coming in the future with regards to the engine that you guys are excited about? Like gameplay, I think it's just a constant improvement. We don't want to go too far from what we've got. We just want to tune little things. The short game is something that a lot of people bring up, and I think that we agree that there's certain things in the short game that we'd like to improve. The flop shot being too easy, and as I've always said, we want to create something that you have to think about your shots. We don't want it to be a twitch mechanic. It should be more about thought and the people with the best golfing brains are the ones that are going to be actually the best at the game. And we want a slight twitch mechanic because we want pressure. So that's as long as we can keep turning the screw on that and seeing how people play, that will be what we like. I have to see some of that orange sand on that Arizona course, Colin. I know. And Ollie. Not sure about that one either. What can we do? But at least a good indie game got nominated. Has Greg Norman ever contacted me about building someone's user-generated course? No, not yet. I know that he's. I talked to his son, Greg Jr., quite a bit because we deal with him with a lot of their stuff, and I know he plays the game a lot, so he enjoys a lot of courses. He always gives me some info about stuff he's playing. Yeah, hiding the scorecard. It was something actually we talked about before, and yeah, it's not impossible. So I will. It's still on our list, so I'm sure we'll get around to it at some point. It's just not in the next couple of updates. I'd actually be about 12 under now if it wasn't for the fact I was answering your questions, by the way. You do realise that. I doubt that. He's a Greg Norman blog. No, he'll be very busy. Nice guy, real nice guy, and likes the game. That's good. But yeah, getting him to do a blog, not likely. Right, we got a 23 foot putt. Right, last hole, here we go. God, there's a lot of I'd hate to have to walk this course. There's a lot of hills, and I don't think it's really built for a buggy either. Yeah, Doyley, 10 under. Yeah, the guy's a beast. I have to say, he's a good player. Imagine that though, if Doyley could charge for lessons like a real golf pro. You know, you've made the ultimate game when there's actually a virtual golf pro. Right. If I can get this close, I can get for a birdie. Yeah, Doyley, we're looking at hiding the scorecard. It'll just it's not in the next couple of updates. Oh, missed the birdie on the last hole. There you go, 600 yard. So there we go, third out of all my friends. Doyley 11 under. God, Jim an 8 under. Another beast. God, there's still a good few off from getting a handicap rate in this course. So come on, guys, you should start playing it. That's all right, Doyley. We always like to hear your improvements as well. Any lists of what will come in the next updates? Yeah, hopefully in the next couple of dev diaries that I do, I'm going to do something. It's scraping the barrel at the moment for things to write about due to the fact that we've been working on season mode, and it's like, season mode. We've done some updates, so yeah, over the next couple of weeks, you'll see a few more things listed out of what we're going to do, what's going to be in the versions that we have coming out in. I think it'll be early March and late April. Early May, depending on when they get through Sony and Microsoft. If you push a leaderboard, the scoreboard is see-through to watch. Yeah, it's true. No problem, buddy. Any chance for a close-up photo of the ball could show if the lie is above or below your feet? Yeah, we were actually looking about putting a grid or something on there. you could just turn it off and on, so you'd be around your feet and you could see where the ball was and everything, and just to see the undulation around your feet as well. So we could definitely do that. Is season mode customizable? Can we create our own seasons? Not in the first update, but we're looking at doing something like that maybe after. What's the time there? I have to see. Got to still write my dev diary, guys. So yeah. Alright, so I think I'm going to call it a day for this week, and Lauren will be back next week to field the questions, and I'm not sure if it will be me or Jordan or someone else, and let us know who you want to talk to, and we'll get them up there. Not a problem answering your questions, guys. Always enjoy it. Gets me away from my desk and out of meetings with other people. I was in a meeting with Sony before that. The questions you ask are a lot nicer. Moving the green grid around on the list, yeah, that is definitely on the list. So do that. Not a problem. Yeah, thanks, guys, and I'll talk to you next week. Talk to you on the forums as well. See you later. Bye.